The first Big Ten Conference game is down for the Wisconsin Badgers. They'll head right back to the state of Michigan to take on the Michigan Wolverines this week. But first on today's show, we'll look back at the first conference game of this season, the Badgers at Michigan State. Our senior salute this week, we focus on linebacker Vince Biegel. And we'll have our weekly visit with head coach Coach Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report.
Away from Magali, wing on the right side. Hornibrook. Play fake, looks, throws over the middle. That's caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Eric Steffes, back line of the end zone. So the Badgers throw for it from the one, and Steffes, the senior, into the end zone, and the Badgers take the lead. Hornibrook working out of the shotgun. Badgers have hit a couple of third and longs. They have another one here. Hornibrook looking under pressure, throws it to the left. That's caught by Peavy inside the 20 to the 15. Peavy inside the 10-yard line. Copeland brings him down. First down, goal to go, Wisconsin. In goal the fullback, Clement the tailback. Hornibrook calls for the ball, takes the snap, gives to Clement, running left, turns it up, touchdown Wisconsin. Corey Clement from a yard away, and the Badgers are in for the second time this afternoon, and they lead at 13-3.
I think everybody executed, especially down on the goal line, and Steph is really locked in and made the first touchdown, so I think that gave us the upper edge, and it just really gave us a boost, especially being on the road, hostile environment. So I just think getting off to a fast start allowed us to, seal the deal for today.
The backfield, they are offset behind Tyler O'Connor. Takes the snap, gives it to Scott, running off the left side. The ball's knocked loose inside the 35, scooped up by Musso at the 40, left side to the 50. Musso 45 to the 40, spins away from O'Connor at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Leo Musso, the scoop and the score from a long ways away, and the Badgers lead it 19-6.
Well, if there's a lot of guys, you just around it, you just try to get on it. But if there's a little bit of space, you try to scoop and score. And it was just one of those things that just kind of instincts kicked in and just pick it up and go. Obviously, after a big win like that, you always feel good. And, I'm happy everybody kind of got to show what they got. It was a great team win, and anytime that we get a win, I'm excited.
This team has traveled extremely well. O'Connor on first down, throwing against a four-man rush. Only problem is he can't throw it because T.J. Watt just blew into the backfield and dumps the quarterback at the 9-yard line of Wisconsin. And second down, final play of the game. Lewerke looking, sets, throws it left side, end zone, broken up in the end zone, and that ends the game. Derek Tyndall breaks up the pass intended for Felton Davis III, and the Wisconsin Badgers, with a dominating performance today, defeat Michigan State 30-6.
Well, I've been lucky, been around some really good defenses, and yet today it was big, and I thought, again, it was a good plan by our defensive coaches, because our kids understood it and they were able to execute it, and they were opportunistic. When some things, opportunities presented themselves with the turnovers, they were able to capitalize on it. And so I think it was, obviously, we think it's a really good Michigan State team and a good offense in respect to running game, but guys they were doing their assignments and they were finishing, and that gave us certainly a chance.
A defensive clinic brought to you by Jack Sitchy. To the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Goodbye. Touchdown, Corey Clement. Pressure coming from Biegel. Oh, he was shot out of a cannon. Win number 10 for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report is brought to you by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. By Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle, Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. By UW Health, UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
There are 5,757,564 residents of the state of Wisconsin. At Pick 'n Save, we're proud to be here for every one of them. keeping the quality up and the prices down. Because 14,023 of those Wisconsinites are us. Pick and Save, where Wisconsin saves on groceries.
Good or better? The Hyundai Tucson versus the Ford Escape. Estimated fueling costs, the Ford's higher. Whoa. Estimated routine repairs, the Ford's higher. What's happening? And in fact, guys, Hyundai has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2016. So again, Ford's higher.
Guys, that's really high.
Very funny! Ha ha! Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2016 Tucson from Hyundai.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health. Remarkable.
It's no secret, Quick Trip has the fresh food you need every day. From chips and buns to ripe produce and...
Hey, buddy. You cooking out?
Yeah, I am.
Well, then you're gonna need brats, hamburger, hot dogs.
You bet. Premium fresh meat now at Quick Trip.
Right now, Johnsonville brats, 2 packages for $7. Premium meats at your neighborhood Quick Trip.
You saved me a trip.
Hey, wait for me.
I think a lot of people outside of our locker room didn't believe, had their opinions and already had their conclusion on what Wisconsin was going to be. We were able to go to Green Bay in the spring, and I was able to address the team. And I said it's going to be the men in this locker room who set the tone this year. And it has been. The men and the coaches in our locker room have been able to set the tone this year to get a great 4-0 start. Is this where we want to be this year? Is this where we want to be at this time of the year? Absolutely. But I think the growth and the true tough, I think the tough part of the schedule is still to come.
We want to make a play. We want to be in a position to put points on the board. We don't want to come off the field. We don't ever really want to come off the field. So, you know what I mean? It's just a great team effort. I think as a unit, as individuals, everybody doing their 111. Coach Chryst talks about it before. Everyone just do your 111. We don't need any superstars. Just do your 111. That's what Wisconsin football is all about, really. Tough, dependable, smart, tough, dependable. So, and I think everybody played like that today.
One play at a time, one practice at a time, and just one game at a time. In all honesty, we're not looking down the road. I can tell you that full-heartedly, we are not looking at the next opponent. We are solely focused on our opponent that week. And like I said, we're going to celebrate this victory until about 3 o'clock tomorrow, and then we're fully on to Michigan.
Jitters, they were definitely there. Knocked that first extra point. I was like, okay, now I'm feeling good. And then obviously, y'all know what happened with the second one. But the field goal felt good to get. That really calmed the nerves the rest of the game. And that's when I kind of realized I'm just kicking a football. That's what I've done in practice a million times since I was 14. So felt a lot better after I hit the field goal, though.
That's what he wants to prove to everybody, that he can do it. So, like I said, nobody really, probably picked us to win this game, but that's what we want. So, he can be the underdog as the quarterback coming into this game. So, he really made a name for himself today, and I'm proud of him. And I can't wait to see what he can do the rest of the season.
It's pretty cool, just seeing him every day in practice, and then how it translates on the field. He wasn't a different guy. He didn't let the big stage influence how he was going to act. It was pretty cool to see him grow up so quickly and be a guy for our team.
It just seemed like another football game, and we were going out and playing. It's just kind of how I am. It's like listening to country music before the game, get nice and calm, some George Strait, and that kind of helps out. But I feel like I definitely could have done a lot of things better, and I was happy with the score for sure. A win's a win, and it's awesome. But personally, I feel like I could do a lot better.
If we can be consistent in our approach, I think that's how we can maximize our development, our growth, and our enjoyment. You want them, they spend a ton of time doing what they're doing. You want them to enjoy it and have fun, and that's enjoying. Certainly Saturdays are what you point for, but you want them to enjoy Monday, you want them to enjoy Tuesday, and I think that, right down the line, that this group's been doing it. Now we got to keep doing it, and there's areas where we can get better, and we got to focus on that. But And they will, and that's where, as a coach, you're really thankful.
With this level of intelligence, it's a supercomputer. With this grade of protection, it's a fortress. And with this standard of luxury, it's an oasis. Introducing the completely redesigned E-Class 4MATIC. It's everything you need it to be, and more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
First and goal, Wisconsin. Ramich the fullback, Clement the tailback. Wheel right, single wide receiver to the right. Here's the handoff to Clement, running off the left side, inside the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Corey Clement from 5 yards away, and it's now 29-6, Wisconsin. Connor takes the snap. Badgers sending 4, and one of them comes in scot-free. Dakota Dixon, who just planted Tyler O'Connor at the 47-yard line.
One Big Ten game down, another trip to Michigan coming up this week as the Badgers take on the Michigan Wolverines. But we thought on today's show we would talk a little bit about a lot of former Badger players who are back now in graduate assistant roles, a couple in quality control as well, John Budmeyer and Taylor Melhoff. But it has to be fun for you as a coach. These guys want to do it. They want to explore the world of coaching with Antonio Finellis, Jeff Duckworth, Pat Muldoon, go on, to have those guys come back here and get their first real taste of coaching.
I feel really fortunate, and one, the group of guys that you get to do with it, and the fact that you knew them when we were recruiting them, a lot of them, and then you see how they handled their business and their careers, and really all of them went out. Jeff Duckworth went away from Wisconsin. He was a graduate assistant at Kent State. Pat was at NC State and at Florida Atlantic. Al Johnson, the veteran of the group,
there you go.
Was coaching up at St. Norbert's, and John Budmeyer, Taylor Melhoff were with us in Pittsburgh, and so it's been good to see them. I think they're past I think this is what I want to do. Antonio, I think, has got a chance to be a great football coach, as all of them are encouraging, and the amount of work that they do, from breaking down the film to putting meeting tapes together, to coaching our scouts, and the ownership that they take in it. It's fun to see them grow and get confidence in themselves as coaches.
I would think, and then you can confirm this because that's how your coaching career started at West Virginia as a graduate assistant, or a GA as they're referred. You do find out, right? You get a real taste of the lifestyle of coaching and how the hours are a little bit different from that of a player.
There's no doubt about that, and I think that's the important, as they're going, graduate assistants, so they're also going to grad school and getting a master's, and I think in that window they can find out if this is what they want to do. If not, they're getting their master's paid for, so it's not a waste of time. But that's what's been fun to see with this whole group, is that I think there's no doubt that they want to be coaches, and they're exposed to all of it, the good stuff and some of the things that others perceive as negatives. You mentioned it with time, but if you love the game and the coaching and helping kids, that does take time, and these guys get energy from that, and they do a tremendous job with our players, and you know them enough that we can trust them and give them a lot so they can continue to grow. It's been fun.
You can do this in a variety of ways, and on your staff you have guys like Enoki Brechterfield, who this is now his second year here. He doesn't have a great background at Wisconsin. Justin Wilcox the same way. But is it kind of nice, especially for the GAs and your two guys in quality control? They know how things work here. They know you, and they understand the environment at the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think that is a big help, and yet I think that Enoke, he played for us Oregon State, so he has an idea of what to expect. And Justin, I think his years at Boise State really helped him, and maybe at places that the environment was different has helped him come back. But there's no doubt, especially with our young coaches, that they know when they're talking about, even with classes with our kids, and this schedule and this is how it works and this is how you've got to manage your time. They can really be a resource, not just about football, but so many things on campus in the city that helps our players.
Can you get a feel for someone as he's going through here as a player, or maybe a player approaches you saying, hey, Coach, when I'm done playing this game, whenever that may be, hopefully I've got a long NFL career, whatever, but coaching is something I want to do. Is that something that a current player would maybe approach you about from time to time?
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to, as a coach, you want to try to figure out what are these kids, what do they want to do after their time at Wisconsin. So you try to have these discussions, and some, I think I might be interested in coaching. Jake Kiefer last year, he was interested in coaching maybe at the high school level. You keep finding that out. Chris Orr, he's been hurt right now, but he is involved with this team, and he is spending time, and he's one you might talk into being a coach because he's got a chance. I love him as a player, want him to be that as long as he can. But yeah, there's discussions, and there's a sense, and you get a feel for a kid that, this would be perfect for him.
Yeah, Chris has the headphones on right during games. I mean, he is really involved. You're not kidding. I mean,
no,
that's for real.
And does a great job.
Yeah.
Justin's upstairs, and he's been telling, Justin shared with me that Chris is doing a great job of kind of hearing what Justin's saying and talking to him, and as Justin's talking to the coaches and maybe making some adjustments, he'll say, all right, Chris, get TJ, and then he goes, Coach, already got him on that. It's pretty cool. And there's a guy that's he's going to find a way to help this team this year, and you appreciate that from Chris.
All right, the head coach will rejoin us in a few minutes. The Badgers get ready to take on the Michigan Wolverines this week. Coach rejoins us with this week's great game, great question of the week, all that and more as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
The 2016 Nissan Rogue. An IIHS top safety pick with intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any road. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go Badgers!
There are 5,757,564 residents of the state of Wisconsin. At Pick and Save, we're proud to be here for every one of them. Keeping the quality up and the prices down. Because 14,023 of those Wisconsinites are us. Pick and Save, where Wisconsin saves on groceries.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
Introducing. It's what Mercedes-Benz has been doing since 1886. Introducing the world to the first automobile. Introducing over 100,000 patented breakthroughs. Introducing innovations in performance, safety, and pure driving pleasure. This year, we're introducing the youngest, most dynamic lineup in the world. All from the car company that needs no introduction. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
This Senior Salute is brought to you by Hyundai.
Stretching back to 2012, it's been a fun ride so far, and to think that's already my senior is hard to believe, but the journey's been great, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I see myself as a vocal leader, both on and off the field. I like to lead by example as well on the field, trying to go out there and make plays for my team, and be a leader in any way I can. So. My role in this team has definitely changed the last few years, and I'm very thankful to earn the respect from my coaches and teammates to be able to be named as team captain, and I'll hold that with a great deal of pride.
Colin Jeter, the tight end, motions left to right on 3rd and 2. Here's Fournette off the right side, hit and stopped short of the first down. Biegel busting into the backfield,
few years back when we looked on the schedule and saw, Lambeau Field, it was a fun thought, but to go out there and finally play it and live it and, play a great opponent in a big time atmosphere and go out there and execute at a high level, there's no better way to start off the season. That's the right first step, but there's going to be many steps that need to be taken this year to get where we want to be at the end of the season. Another fun one for us has definitely been the Nebraska game when back in 2014 when Melvin broke the all-time rushing record per game. So snowy game in Nebraska. It was a big time game that we needed to win to get to the Big Ten championship game. And we did that, and it's a memory that will stay with me for a while. I'm kind of a fun guy. I'm a big prankster. I like to have fun. So Leo Musso's been a roommate of mine since day one on campus. Me and him have shared a lot of great memories. My brother on campus, having him around me has been a great experience. Although he's not affiliated with the team anymore, we still stay close, and it's nice to keep tabs on him and have someone look out for you. But there's so many great memories on campus. A lot of great people here at the university who really take care of you. I'm very grateful to be here.
Leitner again, back to throw. Heavy pressure, and down goes Leitner. Vince Biegel blasting into the backfield.
I grew up in the state of Wisconsin, just like many of the members of this team. I dreamed one day of playing for the university. I was able to write a piece for the Players Tribune. This place is very dear to my heart, and the people in the state of Wisconsin are as well. So to be able to grow up, root for the Badgers, and one day now to play for the Badgers and be a captain and a leader and a guy who makes plays on this team, it's a dream come true, and it's a true blessing. I know a lot of my family and friends and people back home really appreciate it, and it's also a tribute to my people back home who helped me along the way and kind of make me into the man I am today.
Good or better? The Hyundai Santa Fe Sport versus the Ford Edge.
Should we be wearing helmets?
The Santa Fe Sport has an available multi-view camera system. The Edge doesn't.
What was that?
On the Hyundai, available auto emergency braking. On the Ford, nope.
Hey, what's with the axe?
And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty.
No.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
I'm out.
The 2017 Santa Fe Sport from Hyundai.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
The 2016 Nissan Rogue. An IIHS top safety pick with intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any road. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go, Badgers!
The Badger Sports Report is presented by Pick and Save, where Wisconsin saves on Badger game days. By the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. Presented by Zimbrick European. Test drive the all-new E-Class at Zimbrick European today. By UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week. And Bill from Beloit wants to know, Coach, since your brother Jeep coached alongside Jim Harbaugh out in the 49ers days. How well do you know the Michigan coach?
Bill, I was with him in San Diego. He was going to be a backup quarterback, and our starter, Ryan Leaf, got hurt, and Jim ended up starting the rest of that season, really the whole season. And my dad knew Jim's dad for a number of years, and so I know him well. Jeep obviously knows him better. When Jim left Chicago and went to Indianapolis, Jeep moved into his house. So I've had Christmas over at Jim's house, even though Jim wasn't there. But it's it's kind of funny how the coaching profession with our dads not real big, and then our paths crossed, and so it's Jim's a guy that I have a ton of respect for, and I think we might be a little bit different, but I think a ton of Jim.
Yeah, it's a small world, coaching circles. Bill, we thank you a lot for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison, east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. The Hilldale location is where Coach Chryst has his radio show on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock along the Badger Radio Network, and the Great Dane's still up and running, alive and well up in Wausau. Badgers back in the state of Michigan this week. Michigan State game behind them. Michigan Wolverines in front of them. A 2:30 kick Central Time from Ann Arbor. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
The 2016 Nissan Rogue. An IIHS top safety pick with intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any road. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue. Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Wisconsin Badgers.
Go Badgers!
It's no secret, Quick Trip has the fresh food you need every day. From chips and buns to ripe produce and...
Hey, buddy. You cooking out?
Yeah, I am.
Well, then you're gonna need brats, hamburger, hot dogs.
You bet. Premium fresh meat now at Quick Trip.
Right now, Johnsonville brats, 2 packages for $7. Premium meats at your neighborhood Quick Trip.
You saved me a trip.
Hey, wait for me.